Hey guys, so we have a very exciting video today. We partnered with our friends over at Corona Tools and they sent us a box of goodies that we're going to implement into the garden next season and show you guys how we're actually going to use all this stuff. Before we get to the box, I do want to say that this video is sponsored by Corona Tools. Make sure you stay to the end of the video so you can get the details on the giveaway. Alright guys, so I've already opened the box just out of curiosity when we got it because I was excited to see what was in this box, and I hope you guys are just as excited. But as we get into this box, I'm going to show you guys a couple things, and the reason I'm excited about it is because growing up, you know, my father did a lot of gardening, and you know, I have seen Corona tools in the past and him use them. We've owned a set of Corona pruners before, but one thing that really stuck out to me was this 8-inch folding pruning saw. Now this is a pretty good pruning saw. It can cut up to 4 inches. And I'm pretty excited to try to use this. Now the reason I said specifically why I was excited and why this brought back so many memories was because we did a lot of construction when I was growing up, and I actually worked a construction job, and believe it or not, I used one of these cutting saws to cut sheetrock. I know it's not intended for that, but you know, it's a great tool, and it really does cut through some stuff. So I'm pretty excited to have one of these because it can also be used for multi-tool, specifically in the garden, but it's a multi-cutting tool, and it can cut up to 4 inches. So I'm pretty excited to have this one in the box. Next couple things I'm going to show you guys is a number of different pruners that they also sent us, and I want to show you guys exactly what they're for and what they're used for. So the first one I'm going to show you guys is this leaf and stem micro snip. Now this is a pretty good set of micro snips that you can use for seedlings. I know winter's right around the corner, and late winters when we start doing a lot of the seeds and stuff and you know, in the greenhouses or in the house or just outdoors, and starting to get those stuff going. This is good for thinning out your seedlings and stuff like that, and some little leaves. So we're pretty excited to have these as well. The next one I'm going to show you, now this one's pretty cool. It's a flex dowel, and it has some comfort gel grips. They're pretty good. This cuts up to 3/4 inch. Now the cool thing about this, it has a flex dowel, so you can adjust the strength and basically for the way you work, and it fits the way you work. Specifically for me and Angie, you know, we have different hand sizes, obviously different tension in our grips and stuff like that, but this one you can definitely set the setting to how much pressure you want to use and how well you want to cut without fatiguing your hand. So we're pretty excited about these right here. Alright, now the next one I'm going to show you is a dry and deadwood pruner. Now up until now, we use a lot of pruners, and if you come to our garden, we have pruners all over the place. But the cool thing about this is, one thing that people don't realize is using a set of pruners for different types of things, whether it be live wood, deadwood, whatever the case is. These are two different sets of pruners. This one is a dry and deadwood pruner. The flex out that I show you, it's more for branch and stem pruners. Now this one's going to be used specifically for around this time when you got some shrubs going into winter that you want to prune back. It's got some dead wood on it, or early spring, late winter when you want to cut back that dead wood. This is specifically going to be for that. Alright, so the next two pruners I want to show you guys are these branch and stem pruners. One's a 1/2 inch cut and one cuts up to 1 inch. Now the good thing about these is these are more than likely what you're going to use for some of the bigger jobs, for cutting bigger shrubs and stuff like that you are cutting down. The flex dowel pruners are probably going to be the ones you carry around the most for, you know, pruning deadheading roses, pruning, light jobs that you're going to do around the garden. But these are pretty cool to have as well. It's forged steel, so it's pretty awesome to have these guys. Alright, so the next one we have here is called a ratchet cut, and it cuts up to 3/4 inches. The cool thing about this, it has the comfort gel grips as well. But the cool thing about this is when you cut, the blade stays engaged after each cut, so that way you can continue to cut through those tough pieces of wood and stems or whatever the case is that you're cutting in the garden. So that's a cool, neat little feature that one has. Alright, now some of the other things that we have here are some bigger tools that I want to show you guys. Things that I think we're definitely going to use in the garden and are going to be very useful. The first one here is this one is a hoe and cultivator. Now this is probably for the smaller jobs in the you know, garden beds and stuff like that, where you want to cultivate some of the soil and get some of those smaller plants in there, or if you're just cleaning out the some of the mulch, or what I would tend to use it is probably clean out some of the dead leaves that are under the roses, because you don't want none of those dead leaves under the roses, and it's probably make it a little bit easier just to rake out some of those dead leaves from underneath the roses and other shrubs, of course. Alright, so the next one we have here is a transplanter. Now this one's pretty cool. It's got the 1, 2, 3, and 4 inch measurements with the serrated edge here, and it's just small enough to stick into a tray to transplant some of your seedlings that you may have growing in your garden and try and transplant them into the ground. That's a cool little tool right there as well. The next one we have here, now this one I think I'm gonna have the most benefit from. if you've seen some of our other videos, you know, trying to fill in around the sides of some containers, this is going to be easy to just pick up some soil and fill it in right around there, or even just fertilizing some of your plants and stuff. I know come spring, I'm definitely going to use this because we got those big bags of fertilizer and soil that we like to scoop into and spread around our plants to get them fed. So this is a cool scoop right here as well, and it's got the comfort gel. All right, so I got two more of these hand tools right here. This one is a weeder. This one's going to be pretty good. We're going to be able to use this. It's going to come in handy around some of the beds that we plan on implementing in the garden here coming next spring. And then the last hand tool I have here is just a regular garden trowel. It's got the measurements as well. Garden trowels always come in handy. We've owned a number of them. Now this one, it's pretty cool. It's pretty sturdy, and it's got the comfort gel as well. So this is something that's going to be pretty useful in the garden as well. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to some of the bigger tools. One that we're pretty excited about, and I know Angie is pretty excited about, is these Hedge Shears right here. Now these are pretty awesome. I'm going to say they're pretty awesome because it's also got the comfort gel grips. But the cool thing that I like about these is, check this out. Adjustable handles. You can shorten the length of them, you can extend them, and that's pretty cool for some of your bigger hedges that you want to prune back a little bit or shape up a little bit. I know the smaller size is going to come in handy for some of the Japanese hollies that we have and some of the boxwoods that we want to prune up real quick. I think it's pretty awesome. I think it's got a nice you know, form to it, and the extension is just a plus on this guy. Alright, next we have here is a branch and limb lopper. Now these are pretty cool. They also have the comfort gel. These cut up to 1.5 inches, and another cool thing about these is, just like the hedge trimmers, they're extendable as well. So that's a cool feature that I like about these tools. Something that definitely will come in handy for some of those higher branches that you're trying to get to. Alright, so the last tool I have here is the big boy right here real quick that we got. Now this is a limb and branch lopper as well. It cuts up to 2 inches. The cool thing about this is it's got the dual link in there, as you can see that right there in the screen. Now the dual link, what that does, it's a compound lever design that increases the cutting power with less effort, and you can definitely tell just by doing this it does require way less effort than some other loppers that I've used before. Now these will come in handy, as you guys, if you've seen some of our other videos, and we've pointed out, we have a big maple tree that kind of covers the backyard a little bit, depending coming spring how much sun we have, how much shade we have. If we want to allow some more sun in here, we may use those and take some of those branches down, but these will definitely come in handy for some jobs like that around the house. Alright guys, so now it's time for the details on the giveaway. I went ahead and chose these flex dowel pruners because I think it's going to come in handy for just about any gardener in their garden. The cool thing I like about these, like I said, it has that flex dowel, and as you can see, this is set at number 8. This is for bigger hands. And because me and Angie both use pruners in the garden, I'm going to set this to number 1 and show you guys exactly why it's good for a person like Angie with smaller hands to use these pruners in the garden. That's set at number 1. That's going to be less fatigue on your hands. If you have bigger hands, like I said, you set it to number 8. See how much that spreads out right there? That's going to be a little bit more useful for somebody with bigger hands. Now my hands aren't that big, but anybody else that has bigger hands, you're going to find this very comfortable using it in the garden, especially with the flex gel here. I'll throw up the details as well on why I chose these and what they're actually made of, and why they're such great pruners. Now the way to win these guys is Corona is going to be giving away 3 sets of these across our YouTube channel, Facebook, and Instagram. So make sure you go to Facebook and you go to Instagram as well for more details, and I'll give you 3 opportunities to win a set of these pruners. All you have to do on YouTube is go ahead and subscribe to our channel, give it a like, subscribe to Corona as well, and leave a comment down below in the section that we'll go ahead and pick a winner about a week from now. Alright guys, so now that I give you the details on how to win a set of these pruners, make sure you let your gardening buddies know as well how they can win a set of these pruners. YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Make sure you go check it out. You have 3 opportunities to win these. Again, we want to thank Corona Tools for sponsoring this video. We're definitely going to use these tools throughout the next garden season, so make sure you stay tuned to our channel. We're going to go ahead and show all these tools and how we're going to implement them in the garden. But that's going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys in the next video.